Hello fam, and welcome back to this channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about something that we all experience, that is boredom. So if you are somebody like me, you probably have some time or space between the things that you do throughout the day, and during those times, you want to be productive. So to me, productivity means using your time in a way that makes you feel accomplished and happy. It's about doing the things that help you to grow and feel good about yourself. So, in this video, I'm going to share my top 5 activities to beat boredom and stay more productive. But before we dive in, let's first, look at this quote from the author Gretchen Rubin. In her book, The Happiness Project, she says, "The days are long, but the years are short." This reminds us that even small moments like being bored can be turned into something meaningful. So, without much to say, let's dive into our video. 1. Learn something new. So you see, when I'm sitting there doing nothing or I find myself bored, I don't just like scroll reels on social media or that kind of stuff. So instead of doing that, I would rather, dive into online courses. So just the other day, I was bored, I was kind of lying down doing nothing. And then I decided to, check out this free online course, which was graphic design. And it's really amazing how you can learn from the comfort of your home. Platforms like Coursera and Han Academy have tons of these options. It doesn't necessarily need to be a paid one. You can just start with some of the free online courses and then see how you can learn and add some value to yourself. So give it a try and see how fun learning can be. Someone might watch this and say, "Oh, Adams, what do you mean? Like online course, it takes too long to, learn an online course. So how can I use short time when I'm bored to learn a whole course?" I'm not saying just use the short time to learn a whole course. But what I'm saying here is, once you try to use your, boredom time to be more productive, when you start learning something new, kind of online free courses, you realize that you would have, plan or schedule some more time that later or another time when you find yourself bored, you can continue with whatever course that you took online, and then you just see yourself soaring. It's just, an effective way to be more productive, not only at home, but in your work or professional life as well. 2. Organize your space. You see, you might say, "Oh, this is something simple, but why would you talk about organizing my space?" Ideally, that's totally okay. But what we usually don't get here is that an untidy space can lead to a cluttered mind. So it really took me a long time to find out how this works, because most of the time I think to myself like, "Oh, I'm busy, so what time would I use to organize my space or tidy up and clean the whole space?" I usually don't find any time, but I realized that I can use my boredom time to be more productive whilst I organize my space with that time. So I recently spent an afternoon organizing my closet, and guess what? This really felt so refreshing. It's really a simple way to be more productive. And guess what? You end up with a clean, tidy space that makes you feel good about yourself. Plus, you might also find some things that you even forgot you had. And another thing that I found really impressive about this simple technique is that I later found things that have been lost a long time ago that I didn't really know how or where I could find them. Just organizing my space helped me to find this. You can try out this technique. It's really a simple way to be more productive. 3. Exercise. It's really incredible how much you can feel just after a little bit of movement. With this movement, everybody and what really works best for them. But for me personally, when I'm bored, I like to put on a YouTube workout video and then get moving, whether it is push-ups, a quick hit section, or just a walk around the blocks. And here is what I've really found about exercise, and I know most of us do know this about exercise. You see, exercise will boost your mood and keeps you healthy. So this is really an effective way that you can use to turn your boredom time into more of a productive time. You're getting all of this for free. So why not try this rather than maybe just sitting there and scrolling on social media mindlessly? Now, weekly reflection. Is it taking time to reflect on how you spent your last week and planning for the next one can make all the difference. So every Sunday for me, what I usually do is to sit down. I usually sit down with my journal. I use my journal to do this. So I sit down and think about what I did well and what I could improve. So usually when I write down this, I write down my achievements and the things that made me happy. Then I plan my goals and tasks for the coming week. And guess what? This simple practice has always helped me to stay on track and make the most out of my time. I use this simple weekly reflection when you are bored. It doesn't really have to only be on Sundays like I do by myself. So for example, last week I realized that I spent most of my time on social media. So this week I planned to reduce this and focus more on reading and learning. So whilst I did this, and it's really a great way to stay mindful and intentional about how you spend your time. 5. Read a book. To me, or let me say, actually from my own experience, what I think is there is nothing like getting lost in a good story or learning something new from a non-fiction book. So I recently finished The Power of Habit. It's by Charles Duhigg, and this book was really special. It was packed with great insights on how habits can shape our life. So anytime you find yourself bored, I suggest that you get a good book and start reading. You see, reading is a great way to be relaxed and be productive at the same time. So get your habit. My top 5 productive activities to beat boredom. Next time, if you're feeling bored, give one of these trial and see how this will transform your day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more tips and ideas. Thanks for watching.